Hi, this is Dr. Nisreen Hussain, Head, Department of Zoology from Government Dr. W. W. Patankar Girls PG College, Durg, Chhattisgarh. The topic I would like to discuss about is altruism, an important aspect of social behavior. What is altruism? Animals form social groups where different members interact and function together. Complex social systems have evolved from offsprings remaining with parents to help rear future broods and for cooperation among adults. Altruism is a selfless behavior for the welfare of other members of the group. Members live and act for the interest of other members and of the society. It is a behavioral concern with a feeling of loyalty and duty. Altruism focuses on a motivation to help others without reward. This is, in fact, the most important feature and essence of altruism. Mechanisms of altruism. Altruism refers to behavior by an individual that increases the fitness of another individual while decreasing the fitness of self. Mechanisms included are behavioral manipulation, bounded rationality, conscious, kin selection, meme. It is the system of behavior from one individual to another by imitation or other non-genetic means. That is known as meme. Reciprocal altruism, reciprocity, and pseudo-reciprocity. Four important categories of helping behavior. Mutualism. It includes shared gain of direct fitness. Example, prey capture by lion. Next is obligate altruism. It is about permanent loss of direct fitness with potential of indirect fitness gain. Example, honeybees foraging for colony. Next is facultative altruism. It is the temporary loss of direct fitness with potential for indirect fitness gain following reproduction. Example, jay. It is a bird helping at the nest, then gain parental territory. Next is reciprocal altruism. Delayed gain of direct fitness. Example, vampire bat blood exchange. Altruism in insect societies, especially in Hymenopteran colony. Social insects such as ants, bees, wasps, and termites show a reproductive division of labor within their nests, thus showing prominent altruism. These insects belong to Hymenoptera. A typical Hymenopteran colony is founded by a single queen after the nuptial flight. In ant species, queen bites off her wings and is unable to fly. She excavates a small nest, lays eggs of first brood, and rears the larvae. The first generation, now known as workers, themselves rear the next lot of eggs, which is not done by the queen. Such workers are sterile females and show altruism in taking care and rearing of larvae. In bees, workers as sterile workers carry out almost all the functions of the colony selflessly, such as taking care of queen, eggs and larvae, collecting food, and in construction of beehives. Although they themselves cannot participate in the reproductive mechanism, they show altruism behavior remarkably. This slide shows the picture of ants, bees, and termites, representing the hymenopteran insects showing altruism. Hamilton's theory. According to this theory, the workers in the hymenopteran colony live only to enhance the reproduction of another individual. This is due to the idiosyncratic genetic system, which is different from the usual Mendelian one. It is actually that the insects are haplodiploid. Females have 2 sets of chromosomes that is diploid. Males have only 1 set of chromosomes that is haploid. Male offspring contain no genes from their fathers and they develop from unfertilized eggs. Females contain genes from both the parents. Sterile females, that is the workers, also lay eggs, but the offsprings are only males. This sort of haplodiploidy system alter the normal pattern of relatedness. Altruism in termites. Hamilton's theory's explanation cannot be applied to termites. Termites are diploid, therefore relatedness of siblings is normally the same as that of normal parent-offspring relation. The unusual feature in termites is that sterile castes have evolved, where both sexes, that is males and female offsprings, both become sterile workers. Altruism in primate societies. Primates significantly display altruism behavior. Functions like feeding, carrying, protection of youngs, defense of group or colony, cooperative searching of food and hunting, food sharing, and overall grooming are altruistic. Consorting in primates. It is a habit or behavior in primate males that live in multi-male groups. A male stays close to a female during her receptive phase, does not exactly mate but defends the female from the advances of other males. This can be well understood as in the case of olive baboon. 2 males may at times cooperate to fight off a single male. Only one male is benefited to copulate with the female. The other male in team who has paid a cost of injury in a fight obtains no benefit. Thus, the male who gained benefit or no benefit behaved altruistically. This is the picture of chimpanzee, monkeys, and olive baboons as the major private representatives showing altruism. Kin selection. Kin selection is the evolutionary strategy that favors the reproductive success of an organism's relatives, even at the cost of the organism's own survival and reproduction. Kin selection forms the evolutionary basis of kin altruism. Kin selection is an inclusive fitness that equals to number of offsprings produced plus number an individual can ensure the production of by supporting others such as siblings. Kin altruism in recognizing relatives in insects. Kin selection has caused the evolution of altruism in social insects that helps them to actually recognize the genetic relatives. The following factors help in recognizing the relatives: smell of an individual or the colony as the whole, smell from the diet of the colony, pheromones or secretion of the members of the same colony, clues of environmental origin, that is by learning, and innate ability to distinguish relatives. These are the pictures of the organisms showing kin-selected altruism. Example, honeybees, squirrel, and rhinoceros. That is, they protect those that are closely related. Reciprocal altruism. Reciprocal altruism is the opposite behavior of true altruism. This means if one individual provides another with help, the second subsequently reciprocates or pays back the first. As in case of primates exhibiting consorting, the roles of the same two males may be now reversed. The male who cooperated the other male to approach the female without any benefits may reverse his role in himself, soliciting the other male. Thus, the males form cooperating pairs to defend females and take turns in copulating, and this is the end of the defense. This is known as reciprocal altruism. Reciprocal altruism in vampire bats. Vampire bats are colonial, feed on blood of cattle, and die after about 50 to 60 hours if without blood. They are nocturnal, and their sharp eyesight and keen sense of smell help them to locate their prey. They land slowly and then silently move towards the prey animal. With their sharp incisors, inflict a small painless wound on the body part of the prey, secrete some anticoagulants in saliva, and lap up the meal of blood that takes up to 20 minutes to ingest. Such a vampire bat is able to provide the meal of regurgitated blood to another starving bat even after hours of its feeding. This means that the swallowed food is again brought back into the mouth. This type of altruism is shown by mother bats for their offsprings and also for other rooster bats, whether related or unrelated. This gesture is then reciprocated if opportunity comes, remembering as which bat had helped. This slide shows the pictures of vampire bats as how they look and how they show reciprocal altruism when females suck the blood from the prey and share the blood with one another. Manipulated altruism. It is the animal behavior involving the caring or sacrificial attitude towards another animal. But in such a behavior, the control is done by some parasites. Animals do not behave in their own selfish interests or the interests of their genetic relatives. Altruistic behavior of the most animal is under the influence of parasites. Role of parasite in manipulated altruism. For the fluke Dicrocilium dendriticum, two hosts are required to complete its life cycle. Ants are the intermediate host and sheep are the final hosts. For the transfer of the parasite, the ants must be eaten by sheep along with the grass blade it grazes upon. But ants avoid going near the grass blades or sheep. However, when the parasites attack the brain of the ants are made to change their behavior and move towards the grass, to be ultimately eaten by the final host, that is the sheep. This is manipulated behavior of ants influenced and regulated by the parasite. The representative organisms participating in manipulated altruism is shown in the slide, that is fluke, ant and sheep. Conclusion. Three most important aspects of altruism are there: kin-selected altruism, reciprocal altruism and manipulated altruism. Altruism in true sense is a process involving not the natural selection but occurs in terms of reproductive consequences. It is thus the kind and concerned type of behavior of animals towards their young ones, regardless of whose genes they carry. Altruism also involves sacrificial services of some organisms to complete the life cycle of other organisms. References: textbooks of animal behavior in ethology by Reena Mathur, T.K. Saha, Agarwal and Gupta. Image sources are Wikipedia, Pinterest and DuckDuckGo. Thank you so much.